I can tell you that my viewership for my webinars has gone from 100 to say 400 just instantly. A lot is coming to me by word of mouth, by people growing it organically, but it was slow. And I like the idea to say, in 90 days or a little bit beyond, can I start getting business from people that don't know about me now? My big thing was I said, it's one thing to have people not like my offer, but it's quite another that most of the world has never heard of me. And if I've been at this for so long and nobody's ever heard of me, then you know what? That is my challenge is I want people to at least hear from me. And how do I scale that up? Not with the system I had. I wanted people to hear from me and then decide whether they like my offer or not. And that's really the reason why I chose to join. Well, I tell you, I love the phone calls. I wish I could go to more of them, but I record them and I listen to them at off times because some of my work is right at the time where you have them. But I also have loved having my coach. It's been just amazing to have that. I think the element that I didn't expect being a psychologist was the power of the um, mindset programs, because it really does get at this idea that, there's the technique and we learn the technique, but there's a whole lot going on psychologically when you're pushed out of your comfort zone. And even though this is the work that I do, I don't think I really had the understanding of how powerful it was to address some of that mindset and the limits we place on ourselves. Do we feel like we're ready for something where our business is 2 or 3 times bigger than it is? I think we sabotage and stay at a set point that feels comfortable. So I love that element. I love the Slack element to have this group of people that were cheering us on. And I can tell you with the work I did with posting and doing videos, we were encouraging each other, we were liking each other, supporting each other. I never have had that. And it definitely has helped to build my business forward. When people look and see that I have a tribe of people that are following me, no matter what I post, it makes them think like, hey, there's something to this. And that is a very real element that I was looking for and I have found. So I've really appreciated that. Well, it's interesting. I'm just starting to really get into it, but I can tell you that my viewership for my webinars has gone from 100 to say 400 just instantly. And what I found, and you have said this in different places, that there are people that will lurk, much like I did when I chose to join the program, will lurk for many, many videos, and no one will ever know you're out there. But then you'll get a call. And one person called me that I had worked with 7 years ago, a multimillionaire, and he just said, Bill, I've been watching your videos. I know that you're still involved. I think you can help me. And we were off to the races. Another person that I've worked with to some degree now is hiring me for a series that's probably 15 webinars. And she's a client that I already have, but I can tell you the videos and the focus that I have has really positioned me to be a leader in my space. I might just tell you that even last night I did something I'd wanted to do for a long time, and that is to create an instrument, a inventory and assessment on my subject, which happens to be resiliency. I know that that is going to blow up. I'll be able to dribble that out in all different ways and have people take it, and I'll do some programming in the back and make it interactive. And I know that that will position me as an expert, more focused. I think I was, like I said to some, that I used to have all these little cups out and just see what trickled in, what rain came, and together it made a career. And now I've been able to say, I'm going to give up this cup. It's okay, but I'm going to focus in on one area and see what happens. So this program has really helped me be willing to niche down. And the specialists always do better than those who are generalists. And I was a generalist for many, many years. I created some good things in this program that I would not have done for months or not even known to have created. So there's definitely some techniques that I would have had no idea how to use. And now I have them for life, which is great. I'm excited about some of the things that I'll be able to execute on. I'm just getting started. Well, I think it came down for me is the lost opportunity cost. And I always think about, eventually you may figure out some things that will help grow your business if you've been kind of plateaued like I had been for a long time. Doing okay, but knowing you can do much better. And eventually you say, you know what, when you look at the percentage of what you'll spend in this program or on a marketing budget, many times people are reluctant to spend really what you need to. And so it's just my marketing budget for this year, not even all of it, just to say, this is something I'm going to invest in. We're going to see what happens. And I'm not going to tell myself for another year that I'm going to figure it out on my own. That's what I tell people is, hey, weigh it all out and just see whether or not this is something that you really think you're going to figure out on your own. But be brutally honest, you probably won't. You're probably going to need to get some accountability, or this year's going to be just like last year.